perceiving our life and yourself. Okay, yes, today we have Dhuha Awad to interact with you guys. She's a Reiki master, creativity facilitator, self empowerment advocator, motivational speaker, NLP practitioner, and creative writer. Dhuha is a hypno energy master who's also a geneticist by training and a TV producer by profession. And having worked for the BBC and NBC, to name but a few, the book which Many Lives, Many Masters set her on a new path as she became a total believer in the healing techniques advocated by Brian Weiss. After attending several of his workshops, she embarked on his professional training and qualified in the field of hypnosis. So today and after attending various trainings, Dhuha created her own technique with the use of several modalities to help guide her clients to remove their blockages and reach a state of peace. She works with the intelligence of their subconscious that has all the tools they need. In the process, they are able to self reconnect, self regroup, and self re empower. Duha also focuses on her clients' creativity by assisting them on rediscovering their true talents, skills, and essence. Being so passionate about the combined magic of words and music. Yeah, so being so passionate about magic of words and music, Dhuha also runs workshops where she uses guided meditations, visuals, and the music as a form of art therapy, emotional rebalancing, self-awakening, and self-empowerment. She also runs team building workshops like team building workshops also. So today, Dhuha will be sharing her amazing ideas on the power of self-motivation, a topic so relevant and sometimes everyone needs to know. So without further delay, let me welcome Dhuha Awad to lead the session.
Good. Can you hear me now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, good. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. It's really a pleasure. And yes, I am very excited to share with you this is a special topic. We all start our years thinking we have so many visions, dreams that we would like to turn them into reality. And along the way, we feel it's not happening. So the key to that is we need to find that force, that drive that is already within us, tap into it and make it drive us forward so that we can go through that transformation and making things happen. So what are our resolutions? Our resolutions are basically intentions that are in our heart and our mind and that we wish for so that it will bring us closer to our better versions. And for us to make them happen, we need to be motivated. Resolutions, dreams, visions, wishes, whatever name you want to give them, they are important to us. And they are important to the world around us. Because if we didn't dream, we didn't have visions for the future, nothing will be created. When we look around us, everything that is around us at the moment is something that was once an idea that became a reality. So dreams are very, very important. And dreams require willpower, but it shouldn't be something painful. On the contrary, it should be something that we should enjoy that process. Once we look at it in a way that it's part of our journey, we stop to make it into something overwhelming. Because the problem begins when we feel, oh, this is too much. And the reason for that, and that's why resolutions tend to fail, it's because we start to think about what if instead of thinking of why not? Why not try? Why not give it a shot? And when we go into the why not, why, just let us try, we end up in what's the worst thing that can happen? And the worst thing that can happen we can either not make it, we don't get exactly the same result we want, but through that process of trying, we would have learned. So there's never a waste of anything. By trying, we always learn something. We gain new tools, we gain new skills that we can later incorporate into other dreams. And why are we afraid to fail, or we avoid failing? Is because by avoiding failing, we actually avoid learning and progression. And that's exactly why we should not be afraid of failure. On the contrary, failure is there to guide us as well and assess us on where we should move and shift our plan. And so it's part of the whole process. And if we start to look at even failing as a sign of growth, we will limit that blockage of what if I fail? And so when we want, with that, we go into that state as well of understanding that in life we have choices. There are choices, but the choices have to be decided on every stage. So the stage has, which is the now. So for now, we have certain choices. So for example, you have a dream and you want to make it happen, but the circumstances at this moment doesn't allow it. That's a choice to say, okay, for now, I will wait. And that's my choice for now, because I am not prepared. But tomorrow is going to be a different now. And that different now will create different circumstances, allowing you to make different choices. So once we have these ideas that it's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to fail, it's okay to make choices that work for now. And choices is, we can do it now, we can do it later, we might not do it now, we might never do it, whatever, that's a choice. Once we have this in mind, it becomes easier to have that drive and passion to go, let me go for it. What to lose? I might just gain instead of losing. And so when you have that and you take it one step at a time, there is no need for like a long-term plan, because with dreams or resolutions or visions, we tend to sometimes start from one point. And sometimes that dream happens to just guide us to another bigger, better, fulfilling dream. So we need to also be flexible in the way we approach life. And when we have that openness that, okay, I will follow for this dream for now, I will go for it. But I will be open to signs around me, because the universe always sends us signs. And sometimes you think you're going on that path, but actually that path will bring you to a place where it splits, and then you make another choice and you realize, I actually know I want to go there. And you find yourself in a completely different place than the original, but a better place. And that only happens when we accept to align with what's happening around us in the universe by being open to choices and not being stuck in only one way. Because we are beings of, we shift and change. Humans don't stay the same. We're not, we always evolve, we always progress. And so we can't be in one state. We need to allow that change to happen, because we also bring on that change to the world, to the people around us, to everything. We're dynamic. We're not set still. One of the things that is very important to also be aware is the zeal and the passion to make things happen have to come from within us. We can sit with someone and try to motivate them to do the great idea they have or the resolution that they want to do for themselves, and it might not work. So this is why here I would like to do now an exercise with all of you, in which you will find your own drive, because without your own drive, you would not go for it. It needs to come from within you. The good news is that this force, this power is already inside you. It's just more about unlocking and releasing and allowing it to guide you through. So I will like to ask for you questions and for you to take time to write. You don't need to answer. This is mainly for you to work on these points so that you come to your own conclusions that will help you find your own motivation. And once you find that, there is really no stopping you. People sometimes complain about feeling down or depressed or unmotivated and this, but that is because we overwhelm ourselves with the idea that we have to succeed. But if you take success as a path to finding your inner peace, because at the end of the day, whatever dream or vision you have, it's meant to bring you inner peace. It's meant to bring you that balance within you. And if you go with that feeling, with that idea, with that belief, you will reach that point with ease and without the anxieties and issues like that. And that's when you connect also your conscious, your subconscious together, and they work in harmony, and it gives you all that push and drive. So let's set something here. We need to set our intention. This is how it starts with anything we undertake. We set an intention. And setting this intention, I will give you 3 questions to answer for yourself. And then I will guide you through the rest. So, question number 1. What is your resolution, your dream, your vision, your wish? The one you really want for now, at this moment, to achieve or fulfill? Question number 2. Why is it important to you? Why is this dream important to you? What does it mean to you? And question number 3, what do you believe you need to make it happen? I'll give you a few moments. I want you to work on the answers for yourself, and then I'll take it from there. I saw the question. Okay. Yes, of course you can write more than one, as long as it's for you. This is an exercise for you. So you can write as many as you want, and how important they are to you and what they mean to you, and what do you need to make them happen. Okay, sorry, I just saw question number 3. Question number 3 was, what do you need to make it happen? So question number 1, what is your dream or your vision, resolution, wish? Number 2, why is it important to you? What does it mean to you? And number 3, what do you believe you need to make it happen? I'll just like to give you 2 more minutes to answer these questions, and then I'll take you to the next stage. Okay. Now, whatever answers you wrote, I'd like you to spend just a few seconds reading them. Read them, close, and after reading them, I want you to close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths, gentle ones. And then I will give you the final question. Just a few moments, read what you wrote. Yeah, deep breath, gentle inhales, gentle exhales, all relaxed. And now you can open your eyes. And I want you to write down what feeling or decision you want for today, for this session, to walk away with. The feeling or decision that you want to walk away with by the end of this session. It's something to set your intention for the presence, for now. And now that you're all ready, I would like you to close your eyes, gentle inhales and exhales, as we go in a journey to find our power of self-motivation. Gentle inhales, gentle exhales, letting go of all that doesn't serve you, of all the tension, of all the stresses of the day. Nothing exists but you and this moment. And as you are in this beautiful state of being connected with the most important soul to you, that is your own, I want you to imagine this beautiful light that is within you. Look inside you, into your own core. There is a candle burning, glowing bright with all your essence. I want you to focus on the shades of that brightness of your own candle. Focus on that light that is inside you. Your truth, your being. Continue to inhale gently and exhale gently while you're watching this beautiful, bright, flickering light within you growing bigger and bigger, filling every part of you, fueling every cell of you with light. And while you're in this beautiful state, I'd like you to start creating an image, a name, shape for your intention. Your intention that you wrote down earlier is with you. It's within that flame. I want you to create an intention that has a name, a color, a shape. It can be any creature, imagined or real. At the end, you are the master of your own design. continue to add to this intention, to the shape, to the colors. Make it yours, for it is yours. And it is to be the guide for today, for this session, to take you to where the power source is, to make it into reality. Once this intention is created, this beautiful creature of yours, your own, you'll be taking it with you on the next journey, special one, where you will find the answers to the questions. Let's go on a walk along a beautiful path. There's sun shining above you, and the path is lined with green pine trees, grass. You can smell the freshness of all that surrounds you. And you continue to walk along this path. Every step you take leads you to the next, creates the journey that your soul must take. And as you continue to walk, you arrive to this big landing green field, huge. And in the center of this field, there is a white, hot air balloon, completely white. The balloon is white, the basket is white. And this hot air balloon is there. Next to it are brushes, paints, colors, all that you need so that you can decorate it and make it into your own. For this hot air balloon will take you on a journey of your own. Spend time making it the way you want. Write your name in any font you wish. Paint it the colors you like. Make it yours. Own it. It is your own to take you on that journey. Spend a few moments decorating this hot air balloon and transforming it into what you would like. Own this balloon, make it as colorful, as beautiful as you would love to have, to represent your soul, to represent who you are. And now that your balloon is ready, and before you can take off, there are sandbags attached by ropes to each and every part of the basket. You have as many sandbags there. But before we can take off, I would like you to write something on each and every sandbag. There is a pen next to you, and each sandbag is attached with a rope. Don't do anything to those sandbags. All you need to do is write a word of something that is stopping you from going for your dreams. Anything that you want to let go, you want to release, you want to leave behind, you don't want to take it on this journey. Any word that comes to you, it could be a memory, it could be a relationship, it could be a person, it could be an event, it could be anything, self-limiting beliefs, things you were told that never belonged to you. Any of those, write them on each sandbag and just write the word. Don't do anything for now. Write those words on each sandbag. Take all the time you need. Think of all the words you want to leave behind. All that doesn't serve you. All that is weighing you down. You can have as many sandbags as you need. Each sandbag represents one thing that you want to get rid of, want to let go, want to release. Continue to inhale and exhale as you continue to write. And now that you've written all your words, there's a pair of scissors right next to you on that same hot air balloon. But before you release those sandbags with the words you have written, before you cut the rope that connects those sandbags to the balloon, before you release them, I would like you to pick each sandbag, look at it, read that word, and with love and gratitude, you can cut the rope, but you have to give love and gratitude to each and every word of those words that you've written that you want to let go. But that's when you will truly free yourself of the weight of that word. For you have had to go through whatever that word represents in your life. You had to go through that feeling, emotion, or event for a reason. That word didn't come to your life for no reason. It came to teach you something. It came to make you stronger. It came to make you the person you are today. You became who you are, the unique, beautiful soul that you are today because of each and every word that you have written on those sandbags. With love and gratitude, release them. And with love and gratitude, listen to those bags falling on the ground. Listen to that heaviness, that weight falling on the ground, releasing you, giving you the freedom, the lightness you deserve. You, with your willpower, letting go of what doesn't serve you, with love and gratitude. Go through each and every sandbag, look at every word, give love and gratitude, for it made you who you are today. And then release that back to the ground. It will land with a thud of release. Go through all those bags and let them go, let them fall to the ground with love and gratitude. Take the time you need to do that. Release all those bags with love and gratitude. Take all the time you need. Release them with love and gratitude. They made you who you are today. the unique soul that you are today, the light you are today, the love you are today. It's all because of those words. Love and gratitude. Through love and gratitude, we find inner peace. Through forgiveness, we find freedom. Let them go, let them fall to the ground, one bag after another. And with every bag falling to the ground, you are lighter. Your hot air balloon is lighter and is closer to taking off. Continue to cut through those ropes with love and gratitude. And now that you have released all those sandbags, your balloon is light. You are filled with light, and you are light and free to take off on a beautiful journey with your intention next to you as your guide. You have released all the blockages, you have decluttered, you have removed all that you need to leave behind before you take off. Start that, a hot air balloon, let it start flying up higher and higher, along with you and your intention, the one you've created, beside you, guiding you. Follow your intuition and go higher and higher. And as you rise up, rise away from that ground, look at those sandbags with those words left on the ground. Getting smaller and smaller as you go higher and higher. And at some point, they cease to be seen. You cannot see anymore. They are gone. They are so small, they're gone, disappear. They no more exist in your life. With love and gratitude, they're gone. Continue to go up, higher and higher. And begin this journey of finding your special place. You will travel across various landscapes, mountains, forests, jungles, cities, villages, seas, oceans, many, many different landscapes. But among all this, there will be one place calling you, calling your soul, a place only you have access to, a place that belongs only to you, because it lives within you, and only you can go there whenever you want. And now you're on your own hot air balloon, free, light, with your beautiful intention right next to you, traveling across all those landscapes. And only you would know where you wish to land. Only you would know where that home of yours is. Only you would know where that place of peace that belongs to you is. Continue to travel until you find that place that calls your name, that belongs to you and only to you. And when you find it, land in that place. Continue to travel until you find that beautiful place that belongs only to you. And once you find that beautiful place, you can land, get off your balloon, and along with your intention, in that magical place that belongs only to you, you will find that you are living the reality of your dream, the reality of your wish, the vision that you have in your heart. You're living it in that beautiful place of yours, your place of peace that belongs to you and no one else. Your unique place. It's a unique place that is as unique as your soul, for it only belongs to your soul. Live that experience. Live the resolution being transformed into reality. It exists there. It is a reality there. Live it. Anchor that feeling of having what you came for it is there in that place. But that beautiful feeling of living the reality of your dream, fill each and every cell in your body with energy, fuel it with the drive to even go further and dream further and continue to dream big. For in that place of yours, that place of peace, everything exists. All that is best for you exists in that place. That's your safe place. That's the place to go to anytime you need to find your power to move forward. And you can access it at any time, for it lives within you. You carry it with you everywhere you go. It never leaves you. Anchor that feeling of being in that beautiful place of yours. Anchor that feeling. Give it a name. Give it a shape. Give it a color. Anything that works for you. Just anchor it. So whenever you need to access it, all you need to do is just remember that name or color whenever you close your eyes and go there. You have the power to go there at any time, for it lives within you. Enjoy that beautiful feeling of living the reality of your dream. Enjoy being there in your own space, in your own place. Place of peace, place of love, a place of safety, of light, of everything that your soul is made of. Your true home within you. You are there at this moment and now. You are in that magical place that belongs only to you. Anchor that beautiful feeling. Give it a name, give it a color. Take all the time you need. Enjoy being in that space. And whenever you're ready, you can come back from that beautiful place that you know you can access at any time you wish. Anytime you feel you need to regroup, reconnect with yourself, you go into that space that belongs to you and is within you and that you carry everywhere you go. Gentle inhales and exhales. And whenever you're ready, you can come back and open your eyes. Take your time to come back when you're ready. I want you now that you're back to just write down the name or the color that you gave that space, that place. Write something, whatever it is that describes it for you so that you can read this one day and remember, but you will anyway remember it because this place is within you. Just take a few moments to write something about this space that you've went into. Just a few moments, and then I will tell you what we do next. Did everyone come back? I see some, I think they're still in that space. You're welcome. You're welcome. This is a good exercise for release. For us to find going forward, we need to always release. At every stage in life, there will be things that we need to let go of. Every stage. But the importance to remember is that whatever comes into our life, rather than calling it bad or bad luck or negative or whatever, we need to call it a challenge. For everything that happens in life is meant to make us learn and grow. We don't learn from happy things. We usually learn from the challenges, the more difficult situations. And that's why we have to face those things. In any path we take, the path is not given. We create our own path with every step we take, but the challenges create the journey that we take. So as long as we are aware that this is the way it works, nothing really will deter us from continuing to go forward, because we will see every challenge in our way as a learning curve, as what do I do about this? How can I move forward? It becomes a shift in our mind, in our body, in our soul, from going from negative to positive, a shift. And every challenge will become even easier and easier as we continue to grow stronger and stronger. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this, you can always do it. Go on that balloon, decorate it with your intention, whatever, and go on that journey. But now that you know how to access that safe place, the place of peace that within you, you can go there anytime. That's why I wanted you to write the color of that place and the name. It's a good way to even anchor it further. We've done a lot of anchoring through the visualization exercise, but it's good to also have it in writing. And now that you have gone through this beautiful experience, found this beautiful space and place that belongs only to you, I want you to go back to the answers of the first questions when we started the session and read them and see where are you now. After you go and read those, write down where you are now. Sometimes we start with one thought, one intention, and that transforms into something else. Sometimes it's more about finding the solutions or the resolutions for that intention. It varies from person to person. But with this journey that you've been through, you should have arrived to something. Spend a few moments just reading your answers that we started with at the beginning, the 4 questions. Now that you've gone through your questions, the first questions, and you read your answers, if you have anything to add to that, if anything has changed in direction, just spare a few moments, write it down. Write it down after you've read what you wrote in the beginning. There will be new realizations that are very important for you for now. Just go, spend a few moments just writing that down. One thing important to always remember, that this power, whatever power you have, is within you. Only you can release it, only you can access it, only you can use it. And the great thing about it is that you always have a choice to do so anytime you wish. The choice is always yours. And the choice is always governed by the power of now. The moment you are in, you make the choice that suits you for the time you're in. For that now will change from today till tomorrow. And when it's a different now, you make a different choice. Never be afraid of changing the choices you made. For every choice is linked and aligned with the moment it was taken. It is important to also understand that it's okay to change path, to change directions. For sometimes you come along to one specific place, but it was meant only to bring you to this place so that you go for another. And the one important thing is also understanding awareness. Awareness of anything. So here the awareness was, why is it important? Why is this dream, vision, whatever you really want to transform into reality? Why is it important? Awareness of that importance is 50% already of the solution. For once you arrive to the awareness of why is it important to me, you move into the next level, which is acceptance. Acceptance of why is it important, and therefore, what are my choices to making it happen? And the choices will be governed by the moment you're in, your own now. And you will make those choices dependent on that. And choices are varies. It's to do something about it, to do nothing about it, to do it later. It can be any choice. You align all your choices and you choose the one that is most suitable for this moment, for now. And once you are accepting that by deciding on the choice that works for you for now, you move into the third stage, which is alignment. And alignment is, once you are in that acceptance phase, you're aligned with the universe, which allows it to make you see things, guide you through, send you the right signs, send you the right messages that will help you to move to the next level, the next time when the now arrives, the next now, where you will make different choices. But awareness is the key. And here is, why is it important to me? And from there, you get your passion that will give you the drive to move forward among all the choices that you will have, and alignment. And when you're in that phase, you will see the signs, because there are signs around us all the time. We just have to tune in. And that's what alignment with the universe is tuning in with the signs so that we can hear them, we can see them. For when we are overly focused on a plan and we're sticking to a plan that we think we can't divert from, we miss a lot of messages that come our way. So I'm happy now to take any questions. I think we have now time. What do you think, Huda?
Yeah, sure. So it's time for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand or put the question in chat box. Yeah. NT.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Absolutely grateful that you're here. My name is Nafisa, by the way, we've spoken earlier. And I'm absolutely grateful for your for your generous time spending here with us and all the wisdoms you've shared. I'm just curious about one particular thing, and I just want to know your perspective. You mentioned the word home within. Could you tell me more about that? You know, what is that safe sanctuary within? How do we find it? How do we tune into it?
No.
Young teenagers out there, how do we communicate that idea?
Okay, with young, this is a good, excellent question. So when I say it's home is that inner part of us. It's what makes us united as a whole, body, mind, and soul. And usually, I mean, I'm doing this on a Zoom setting, but usually to anchor it, when I do them in workshops, I will give crystals, any kind of crystals that people will pick and anchor that feeling when they reach that place. And with teenagers and young children, because I find a lot of children that I see and teenagers, and they suffer hugely from anxiety. And by making them go into that safe place within them, you help them to kind of go into a space where they regroup. Regrouping and reconnecting means basically you're connecting your conscious with your subconscious, you're connecting mind, body, and soul. You're just getting whole again and being centered, grounded. And that's the main thing about this exercise, is about bringing you to the place of inner peace. Now, when we talk about inner peace, or space, or place of peace, or place of safety, or there any name you can give it. That's why I say you choose the name that works for you, because it makes it easier for you to go there. This is a place that no one can take away from you. It belongs to you. It's a state where you can, for different people, it's a different state. So some people go into that space when they're praying. Some people go into that space when they're meditating. You can choose whatever mean that will take you there. For now, you've actually been there. Have you actually managed to get there, to see that place? Nafisa. I can't hear you. You're still muted. No.
Yes, partially, yes.
Partially, yes. So that you've had that sense of that place. The reason we talk about I call it the space of peace or home or whatever name you want, but reality is, as humans, we tend to fluctuate emotionally. We go from, there is happiness. If we imagine happiness stands here, and being down or depressed is at the bottom. So happiness down. But for us to be in the right state, the state of being content, the state of being at peace, we need to be somewhere in the middle. It's like the buffer place. And this is what I call the state of peace. Now, when you reach this state of peace, the feeling you will have in that space will allow you to understand what truly means to be at peace with yourself. And once you understand how to be at peace with yourself, which means you're grounded, you're able to face things in a much more calmer way, you're understanding that everything that comes along the way, no matter what challenge, is not being bad or negative or bad luck. It's just purely something to help you grow further. Once you're in that dynamic shift of understanding these facts, it becomes easy to be in that state of peace. And so as a human, of course, there are moments you'll be happy and excited, and you will go up a level. And when we're happy, usually we don't learn much, but it's a good feeling, but it's a feeling that is temporary, because people always aspire to be, I want to be always happy. No, that is a myth. We can't always be in a state of happiness. We can enjoy the state of happiness or the feeling of happiness for as long as it takes. But when we know exactly how it feels to be in our state of peace, we know, I will enjoy this. I'll have the time I need there, but I know that I will go back there and I'll be fine. And the opposite also works. When you are in a state of feeling sad or depressed or grief, you will tell yourself, okay, it's fine. I will go through these feelings, through these emotions. I will honor them. I will accept them as part of what I'm going through, because I know that it's just temporary, and I will be able to go back to my state of peace. And once you have that in mind, that is your constant main status, and that fluctuation between happiness and feeling down is just phases that will cross you along your journey, but they're not going to be there forever. It's very easy to realize I am in my state of peace because I know how it feels, and that's who I am, because that is the state where you are supposed to be. This is how you are born as a soul. That's where you crave. We all crave and aspire to be in that state, in the middle, where we are at peace with ourselves, because from there you are able to detach when things come your way and ask questions with yourself, have that internal dialogue. You are able to understand your emotions. People always talk about, oh, we need to get rid of negative feelings or ego or whatever, resentment, anger, jealousy, all the, no, these are emotions. Once you're in your state of peace, you will face them, but you will face them with a different attitude. You will look at them as they are coming to teach you something about you to move forward so that your light within you grows bigger and stronger. So how to anchor this in young people? One, you explain the same way, because actually younger children, especially children, little ones, they get it. They get it because they are still easier to absorb this kind of information. But for teenagers, it works by giving them an object or something that anchors it. So in this case, sometimes I use crystals, but it could vary. As long as you give them that ability to anchor their emotion to something, but the good emotions to something, and they keep it with them, it actually helps them to remember. It's just basically a reminder. It's a trigger to take you to that place. Does that answer your question? Good. Anyone else?
Yeah. There's a question in chat box. I will read it. How to stay in this alignment state whenever if we distract, how to come back to the state?
Okay. It's exactly what I was saying, actually. It's a very good question, but I actually mentioned it, in passing now. So when you know exactly how that state of peace feels, when you feel grounded, when like, yes, this is the time when it's easier to go back to that alignment. It's very easy because you already know that feeling. It's been anchored inside you. And once you also tell yourself, it is okay to fluctuate and feel those emotions, but eventually I'm going back there because that's where my natural state is. This is where I belong to. This is who I am. It becomes also easier to align. Once you honor your emotions, your feelings, whatever comes your way, you honor it, you give it the time it takes. When people go through grief, go through the grief. Don't block it. Problem we do is sometimes we're too harsh with ourselves, trying to block things to be tough. No, be vulnerable. It's okay. Vulnerability is a sort of power as well. We learn from vulnerability. It's very, very powerful to go down there and say, I am feeling this way. And it doesn't need to be saying to anyone, to tell it to yourself, to honor your own soul by telling it, it is okay to feel this way. It will take its time and I will let it take its course, for I know at the end, I am going back to my state of peace. Once you have that belief installed in you, nothing will stop you from being in alignment. And again, it's all about the awareness. Awareness, acceptance, alignment. Doing that constantly. It's a practice of, as long as I'm aware of the issue, for example, here, I'm aware of the grief or that I'm in pain. I'm aware of it because there was a cause and I'm aware of it. You're already 50% there. What can I do about it? My choices. Do I try to be tough and stop? No. Okay, that's a choice. Do I cry? Do I keep quiet? Do I do anything? Whatever choice, while you're in that state, you honor that choice for that moment you're in because it's going to change later. So if you have pain, for example, you're grieving, you just go through that grief. Say, okay, I feel like crying. I feel like all I want to do is spend the whole day crying. Do it. Cry it out. And then the next day, you might feel like, you know what? I don't feel anymore like crying. I feel like writing about it. Whatever works for you, honor that, respect it. You are the only one who knows what's best for you. No one else does. Deep inside you are all the answers. You just have to trust in yourself and trust in your intuition. For you can't, if you don't trust in yourself, it's impossible to trust in anyone else. Most important relationship in anyone's life is the one with ourselves. That's the most important relationship. We cannot create any relationships outside if we don't have that relationship with ourselves of understanding, of respect and trust. And trust is another work that you go through intuition, believing. We're all born with an intuition, and our intuition was supposed, since the beginning of the human species existence, to make us safe, to keep us safe from eating the wrong. Like when we look at the caveman, he survived because he, by instinct, by believing in his intuition, didn't eat the wrong berries, for example. So if we didn't rely on our intuition, we would not be where we are today. And a lot of the issues people face from terms of anxiety and depression are basically due to the fact that we blocked that voice that is inside us that knows the answers. We told it, shh. And it's not us doing it. It was since we were born as children, the training starts of conformity, of don't listen to yourself, being pragmatic, use your brain, use your brain, use your brain. Now our brains are overwhelmed with making decisions to the point that people end up very stressed. And that's the problem we have with stress around. Why? Because the way it should work is we have an intuition that can help us to decide yes and no. Once you, which is in your gut feeling, whatever people have, give it a name. And how many times I've heard people say, my gut feeling was saying no, but I went and did it because my head was saying yes. The reason there is we have to listen to that voice that makes that decision. So imagine you've got the chairperson of a company. That's your intuition saying yes, no. Once you decide yes and no, your brain is supposed to be the executor, the one that makes it happen. So I give always this example. I ask myself, like, and I use usually my gut feelings. So do I want tea or coffee? Example. So my gut feeling says tea. Now, that was my gut feeling making that big decision. My brain is going to be used to make me find that tea. Am I going to make the tea? Am I going to order the tea? Am I going to whatever? But that's when I use my brain to make things happen. But the actual decision maker has to be your intuition. And the more you practice this and you exercise trusting your intuition, the more trust and the more harmony is created to connect your subconscious with your conscious mind, and they start to work together in harmony rather than being divided. So intuition is the key, and trusting in yourself.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much for your answer.
You're welcome.
There's another question. How long you take to become a peaceful person? Like any tips to become peaceful in whole time? I can't control my anger sometimes. Some way with no reason, I used to oversound it and much anger. How can I control my angry mood?
Well, that's on Chippy, yeah? A few years ago, just to let you know, I used to be also a very angry person. so I can understand. One simple thing, you start to trust in yourself. You start to trust. Once you trust in yourself, you release expectations. Because most of the time we get angry because we have expectations. And expectations always lead to disappointment. When we have expectations of other people, we're burdening the other people with expecting something from them. And we are creating anxiety, resentment, anger, many negative feelings within us. So the key here is once you realize that you are only in charge of your own emotions, of your own choices, you can make things happen for yourself, but you cannot expect others to be at your level. For each one of us have their own interest. Each one of us have their own circumstances. Each one of us have their own lives. So we can't be expecting from others. And once you realize this and you let go of expectation, you become free. Because also the problem with expectation, or one of the expectations that I find the most draining is when we say, I trust in you. When you tell someone, I trust in you, you're putting a huge burden on that person. Because no matter what that person does for you, no matter what, there will be a time that will come that you will be disappointed because something didn't go exactly according to the high level of trust that you put in them. Once you do that, put I trust in you in a person, you've already put part of your energy into that person. You tied yourself down with that person. Not necessarily that person is doing anything bad, but you yourself have given them the right, or haven't given them the cord of energy, whatever you want to name it, but you've given them part of your own energy that weakens you because you become fragmented, because you're given part of you there and you've allowed them to have some control over you. And that's when you become angry or resentful or fearful or whatever of those emotions. So the best thing is just to trust in one person. There's only one person you can trust in, and that's you. Everyone else, you have to accept that they have their own personal issues. And when you realize they have their own personal issues, you start to realize not to take things personally, because that's another thing that makes us angry. So they are going through their own challenges, their own circumstances. Get that in there and you will find that you would not get as angry. And going into your safe place. When you've done now the exercise, if you actually went into that state, you can practice this as many times. That beautiful place that exists within you, that will also help you to ground whenever you feel getting close to angry. Another big tip is start counting. Count before you answer. So you receive a message, text message, or you receive someone says something to you, don't answer. Tell yourself stop. Stop, count to 3, count to 10, whatever. Breathe in, inhale before you answer. I remember when I used to get text messages that are a bit like, oh no, what am I going to say about this? What I do is I say, I'll give it 2 hours before I answer. And these 2 hours, cool down, and then I realize I will answer completely differently. And then sometimes what happens, I forget even to answer, because now it just became like, I forget the negative stuff. But in the beginning, the practice is don't answer immediately. Give yourself a buffer, give yourself time. Since you know you have a temper, and trust me, with this training of giving yourself that buffer, that time, it gets less and less and less, and you realize you're no longer as quick to get angry. And with time, you realize you can easily control. And the biggest thing to remember here is that when we get angry, when we lose it, we lose control of the situation. And whoever we're angry at goes into the defensive, and no one is listening to anyone. And you're not going to get anything there. You lost it. Just imagine it's a battle. The moment you get angry, you've lost the battle. Once you get that in your head, just remind yourself every time you feel like you're about to get angry, say to yourself, I'm going to lose the battle if I get angry. And make a choice there. Do I want to lose the battle or not? What works best for you for that moment for now? I hope that helps.
Great. Yes. Thank you so much. It was such like elaborative answer, but still it gives the perfect one, Thank you. Thank you so much. So anyone else? Anyone else to ask? Or it's our time to conclude? Anyone else? Okay, I hope, I hope everything is clear. So thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for your time. And here, let me shower a token of love on behalf of my team, Indian Talks, to Dhuha Awad for her valuable, wonderful, amazing session.
Thank you. Thank you, Huda, and thank you, everyone, for joining. Really appreciate all your answers. I'm not great with Zoom, so I didn't know how to click love and likes to everybody. But really, I loved all your feedback. Very, very honored to be here. And I hope this have helped at least a little to make you go forward in whatever mission you're going for. God bless you all.
Yes, for sure. Thank you. Thank you, Dhuha. Thank you, everyone. So let me